Welcome back. There have been some major milestones this season in the English Premier League, particularly with regards to match officials. Sam Allison became the first black referee to officiate in the English top flight for 15 years, following in the footsteps of Uriah Rennie. While just last weekend, Sonny Gill became the first ever referee of British South Asian heritage to referee a Premier League game. It seems ridiculous that these are moments we still need to mark, but sadly we do. And there's been something of a realisation that the lack of diversity amongst officials is an area of the game that really needs addressing. Darren Lewis has been to visit a scheme that's trying to do something about it.
This is your acceleration.
Knowledge, motivation, and inspiration.
1, 2, 3, 4, good.
The Premier League may now have its first black and South Asian referees in 15 years, but the work is already underway to bring in more through a specially designed Centre of Refereeing Excellence programme, COREX.
With the right sort of motivation, encouragement, and now the collaborative work that is taking place with BAMH, the FA and the PGMOL, we're now in a position whereby we can really start to scout properly and bringing those referees into the fold so that they know that they do belong to the refereeing family. There are opportunities for them, and if they are talented and they have the ambitions and they have the desire to want to referee at the very highest level, they will have the opportunity as well.
League One, 0.
5 years ago, an interview on CNN World Sport inspired a generation. Referee Joel Manick spoke to me back then about the lack of black officials and the obstacles facing them as they ascended the refereeing pyramid. From that interview, BAMREF, a body to represent black, Asian and mixed heritage referees, was born.
I've always said this to people, if you can't see it, you can't be it. Level 4 and level 3 is known as the black man's graveyard. So wow, because that's where it is. You don't, how many more do you see move out?
Go.
I think we see diversity across all strands now of any industry, and football should be no different to that. Football is the nation's game, it's the beautiful game, it brings people from all walks of life, whether they are fans, whether they are players or whatever it may be their role. What's hugely important is they see that an official who looks like them and they go, I can be that person as well.
Here in the East Midlands, 23 non-league referees are being put through a high-intensity programme with focus on nutrition, psychology and, most importantly, match preparation from the game's best mentors. It is from here that these aspirant referees hope to emulate the only two black referees in Premier League history, Sam Allison and Uriah Rennie. Both men have already inspired these recruits to want to be what they can see.
So out of COREX, I think the biggest thing for me is coaching. The coaches that we've got in Mike Riley and Mick Russell are completely first rate. But I think the other thing is just the sense of community. Obviously being from an underrepresented group, to have us all together in one room, sharing stories and also working out how we can succeed and be better is really beneficial as well.
A lot of females that see me referee are in shock because they're like, why would you pick referee out of everything there is to pick? I was like, I was a player before, I coach, so within football, refereeing shouldn't be anything, different. I'm sure that I will reach the top if my legs let me. Literally, that is my plan.
Oh, you should have got that.
The hope is that COREX will develop at least some of these officials to follow the likes of Lewis Smith, recently fast-tracked from non-league to the Premier League, or Sonny Gill, promoted since the first COREX weekend. Even if they don't, BAMREF and the PGMOL are working hard to keep these referees involved to ensure refereeing remains reflective of the people who play the game and watch the game.
Drive.
Darren Lewis, CNN, London.